Good evening and welcome to the Ordinance Subcommittee. Today is Tuesday, November 9, 7 p.m. Members are present. Councilor at Large, Selena Reyes, Councilor District C, Jorge Gonzalez, and Estela Reyes. Good evening and welcome. Councilor, can I get a motion to approve the minute of October 12, 2021?
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Councilor, can I get a motion to take document 151-21 out of table and out of order?
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Document 151-21, request to amend zoning map 2021-229, lot 82, from R2 residential 2 to OSR, open space recreation. It has been put on the agenda by Land Use Planner Dan McCarthy. Good evening.
Thank you, Madam Chair and councilors. My name is Daniel McCarthy. I am the land use planner working at 12 Methuen Street. I am here on behalf of the application for document 151 of 2021. It's a request to amend the zoning map for the city of Lawrence. The subject property in question is a single lot. It's identified as map 229, lot 80. It's known as most people as the city of Lawrence Reservoir. The lot itself is 18.5 acres. More than 1/3 of the acre is the reservoir itself. The historic water tower is also located on the northeast corner of the lot. There is a playground area in the southern aspect of the lot, which is currently a tennis and basketball courts. It also has a 3/4 mile track and trail on it, and it's used for recreation, mainly for the people of the city of Lawrence and people in that neighborhood. We're asking that the current zoning designation, which is residential 2, which allows single and two-family homes, be amended to change it to open space recreation. I think based upon the physical aspects of the property and the current use, that it's never going to contain any residential housing. That's clear. It's public land. It's required as a backup for the water facilities for the city, but it also serves as a recreation area, and we think this is the proper zoning designation. The city itself has 2 open space regulations. One is called open space conservation, which is mainly for woodlands and pristine areas, and the other one's open space recreation, and that's the one we use for our ball fields, our playgrounds, things of that nature. The purpose, part of the reason that's making us come here to do this today is that we were receiving a grant, and which Sue Fink, co-worker with myself, is going to talk about in more detail. But the state requires that we put the land into some form of trust or protection for the money to be granted to help improve this area and preserve it, put some more money into it and fix up the resources that are there already. Again, as I said before, because of the nature of the property, it can never be used for residential property development. So it's not a question of it being improperly the proper zoning. I think open space recreation is the proper zone. So I'll let Ms. Fink address the issues regarding that grant.
Before you, you pass it to her,
Yep.
I just have a question, because Councilor Reyes and myself, we're gonna be having a meeting with the resident in that area. And it's more concerning about what is gonna be happening, how this is gonna be affecting, what they're gonna be benefiting. But I think the most important is that in order to secure the money, we have to have everything in place. So it's basically it, so nothing is going to change.
Correct, correct.
Okay.
So that is part of the reason we're doing this, and there is a timeliness issue to this. We need to get this done before the turn of the year. Because it's a zoning change of the map, it will require a public hearing at the full committee. So when this does get set up with a recommendation, I would ask that it be sent up with a co-request that the public hearing be requested as soon as possible. One other issue that I didn't mention is that this matter also had gone to the City of Lawrence Planning Board for review in a public hearing at that time, and notices were sent at that time, and the matter was heard by the Lawrence Planning Board, and the decision that was recorded in October said, "This petition was presented to the board, a public hearing was conducted, and testimony was taken. At the end of testimony, findings were made that the proposed change in designation from residential 2 to open space recreation would be a furtherance of the city's goal to rehabilitate the park and play area at this location, that the new designation would not cause any substantial detriment and would be for the benefit of the public good." So that was a determination of the planning board. So I'd like to just put that on record.
Yeah, so, Councilor Reyes, if you can take that note just whenever we go back, so we can feed all those residents that is not affecting, it's like sitting, open space that is gonna be doing a rental.
And if you need anything material from my office or any assistance with anything, please feel free to ask. We'd be glad to help with that.
So we can open up any question, but, just give the opportunity to,
Good evening, councilors.
good evening.
In July, we did have a community meeting up in the area of the reservoir to gather input for this grant application. It was very well attended, and we did get a lot of feedback from the residents up there. The area that we're really going to be working on is the area where the tennis courts are right now. The tennis courts have not been used as tennis courts in some time. They're being used right now as basketball and volleyball courts, and the intention is to rehabilitate them and make them permanently basketball and volleyball courts. We'll do some work on the paths to make sure they're ADA compliant. A request was made to put a handrail on the stairway that goes up to the walking path around the reservoir, which is something that's needed. The neighbors who abut the area asked that we do some vegetation management so that they could see better into the area. There is an area where pickup soccer games are played, and that is something that we will level out to make sure that that amenity is still available to the residents who want to play soccer up there as well. And as Dan mentioned, one of the requirements of the park grant, which I will come to you for authorization to expend after the zoning has been changed, is that the land be open space and recreation in perpetuity. So it will be a park for forever.
Yes, so, and it's not affecting any parking or any restriction with the parking, because that's the main concern that they was asking, but that's something that is sitting, that probably is gonna be attracting more public to use the park. That can be something that we might have to work in the future, but this is not something that I would concern, since this is a money grant that we have to use.
Right, we're getting $400,000 to help with the renovation of this park.
Just take the note, because I know that we have to go back and talk to them. And thank you, that answered my question, because the resident, they were aware, and they couldn't explain much, the someone were then, but they was asking question. Question, because I, clear? So since we have to order public hearing, right? So you know the rules, that probably is gonna be taking some time, but you probably.
Right, that's understood. If it works out the current schedule, I anticipate there's only going to be one meeting in December, is that correct? So it would probably go up to the next hearing, which would be next Tuesday? Tuesday coming up? And we would request a public hearing and a vote for the first week in December. That would work perfectly. Yeah, that'd be ideal.
So you don't have a deadline with that, that you need to, this is not a time sensitive?
It is time sensitive.
It is time
First of the,
So when I come before you with the authorization to expend the grant funds, I'll also be bringing the resolution that is one of the requirements, that is basically a document that the state mandates, and it says that we have the authorization to apply for grants and that monies have been secured to complement this. So that has to be into the state by the end of December. So it is time sensitive.
Okay, so whatever we can do from our end, that's all I can tell you, because,
in the timeliness of it, I don't know if there's any possible way to have a special vote to ask for a public hearing prior to that. It has to be in the paper for a certain amount of days before the vote, so I don't know that if like we did it on next Monday or something, it would be viable. But, so I think it would,
So if it gets a favorable recommendation.
just get close to the mic.
If it
Jason.
goes to City Council next Tuesday, if you
Yes.
order the public hearing, it would be in December.
Oh, yeah, because it's end of December, you still have
Right,
like.
so
2
I
min-
could
oh, yeah.
actually get my document on the same agenda, because it'll get referred to Budget and Finance, so I think that could work. But there's only going to be one meeting in December?
It's usually one, and it's because of the holidays, but let's see how we can play this out.
Okay.
And, but it's like you say, if we order public hearing in our next meeting, which is gonna be next Tuesday, so our next meeting, after the following meeting is gonna be 2 weeks,
Second meeting in November?
December.
No, next Tuesday, excuse me, next Tuesday, the first one, November.
No,
That's the second one?
that's the second one. After the election, we met on Thursday, so this is our second meeting on November.
in light of that, also I'd note that we gotta be clear that we'd be making a request at that time to waive the 30-day appeal process.
No, definitely that's gonna happen. So I'm not concerning about waiving the 30 days. It's
Right.
more like you guys have the proper documentation on time to send it to the state and make sure they got it at the time that they need it.
Yeah, we'll work closely with the city clerk's office to make sure the paperwork's done and properly done. I don't anticipate that being too big a problem if we get a vote on the first week of December.
But they won't vote on the resolution.
No. Yes, the public hearing and the vote will be the same day.
No, so I have to bring another document that they have to vote on, which I
Yes.
can't bring until after this gets on the agenda.
Right, but we can ask for a public hearing at the same meeting. And the public hearing will be on the first week of December, and the vote will be on the first week of December.
So the document that you need to bring in front of us is related with this, is have to be something new, or is something voting on something different?
It's something different.
So, Dan,
But if I could get it on the agenda for next Tuesday, it's too late,
so
right?
what I can do, what I suggest you to do is just to add it as a old business, so we can pull it up at the full council level, so that way you don't have to send it down and wait until we meet again in case there's something happen and you don't make it on time, but that needs to happen tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow, all business.
Okay.
Okay, so do that, and you know how to do it, so that way we're not gonna be playing with time back and forth, and we make sure that we're gonna be okay. Okay?
Yeah, this is the earliest we've ever gotten the grant award, so it's really a much shorter window of getting things done, so.
Well, I'm a big fan not to lose grant money, and I always want to get money to bring back to the city. So, so the motion is to send it with favor recommendation to order a public hearing.
So move.
Motion has been made, properly seconds, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, councilors.
So, make sure that you do that tomorrow.
First thing.
Don't wait, yeah, first thing, okay? Thank you. Counselor, can I get a motion to take document 245-21 out of order?
So move.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Document 245-21 is a police station project authorization request to hire a construction manager, a risk. It has been put on the agenda by our planning director, Pedro Soto. Good evening, sir. Long time no seeing you.
Good evening, Counselor. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Thank you so much for taking the item out of order. For the record, my name is Pedro Soto. I'm the planning director of the City of Lawrence. I'm at 177 Washington Street in Lynn. Tonight, I'm joined by my colleague, Steve Brown. He's with CHA. It's our project manager for the police station project. He's with us tonight just to provide a quick update on the schedule for the police department for that project, and also explain a little bit about the item before you tonight and kind of where it fits in the overall schedule and the importance of getting this secured tonight. So with that, I just want to invite my colleague up to answer a few questions, provide more details.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome, and name and address for the record.
Thank you. Good evening. My name is Steve Brown with CHA Consulting. As Pedro mentioned, the project manager for the police station project, resident of Groveland, 32 Benjamin Street. Nice to be in front of you this evening. As Pedro mentioned, we're here to discuss a key element of the project, and that is to bring forward onto the team the constructor, the builder, eventual builder of the project, but then also to offer some pre-construction services. The construction manager at risk is a still fairly new delivery method in building projects within the Commonwealth. Back in 2004, the state passed what's commonly known as the Construction Reform Act, which allows municipalities to forego the traditional design build method of constructing projects and hire a construction manager at risk. The advantage is, while we are still in the planning phases, it invites the eventual builder to become a key element of the project team and help with the planning and design of the project. Give us direct feedback on the cost, scheduling, and logistics. And as you know, on a busy street, highly visible project, it has clear advantages over a design bid build / general contractor. I'm generally aware of the Oliver Partnership School, which is also pursuing the same construction manager at risk process, which I believe happened maybe a little bit over a year or so ago. And it's because it's been passed into legislature, one of the key elements of the process is to get the state's permission by the application process to the Inspector General's office. So they review the city's application, which we've submitted in partnership with the city to submit on your behalf. And the last element of that submission is to get formal approval from the city, which is part of the reason we're here tonight.
Okay, so thank you. So the final approval is when we pass it and we all go through. So then after that, you're gonna be submitting that to the state? Is that how that gonna work?
So it's my understanding that the councilors have already generally discussed and potentially even approved the delivery method, although it's not really captured in the meeting minutes, which is one of those key elements that the Inspector General's office looks for. It's a certified vote in meeting minutes capturing the approval to go with that process. And so where it fits in now with the overall project schedule is we're currently in phase 1 right now, which is early feasibility and study. So by the end of this year, in early Q1 of next year, we'll be into the next stage of design, which is really when you want to have that construction manager and that partner as part of your team. So the application process, the state has 60 days to respond to. We've already submitted that application anticipating a favorable recommendation, again, as previous discussions have happened in the city. So once that application process is approved, it's a two-step solicitation. So it's qualifications-based. It has nothing to do with price, which is one of the advantages of getting a highly qualified builder as part of the project team and not solely based on the lowest cost. The second phase of that is a proposal-based submission. So in addition to their proposal on how they'd approach the project, again, from a schedule, phasing, and logistics perspective, there's also a cost component. So while it's heavily favored that we want to make sure we invite highly qualified construction managers to the table to negotiate, there is a price component that'll be highly scrutinized as well.
Thank you. I'm very familiar with the process only because last week I was at the police station and I was able to see the design, which is beautiful. I like it. I mean, anything at this point, whatever we get, we gain. But it looks fantastic. But when you're going to make that decision after pass through us, who's going to be the one in charge just to kind of get those qualified contractor to be the one? Who's going to be those one?
Yeah, so part of the process is the selection of a pre-qualification and selection committee. And so that's at least 2 representatives from the city, including Pedro and the chief. And then there's at least 1 representative from the owner's project manager, including myself, and somebody from the design team at a minimum. So it's a committee base. So it's the committee meets, they draft the qualifications and scoring rubric to judge each of the proposals and submittals from the contractors on. So it's pre-designed to understand what's important for the city so we get the best qualifications received from potential construction managers.
Thank you for doing that. You know, it's really needed. This is something that usually happened years ago. For whatever reason, we're still dealing with the same. But I'm glad that we're going to have, you know, all of you to take your time in doing whatever you have to do just to make this possible.
We understand just the critical nature of the project, and we truly believe that the construction manager is a very key asset to the project team and will be a key differentiator for a successful project.
Well, I think, you know, our constitution, they really have to know the real condition of that department. Personally, I do not have any question. I wish I can rush this thing up and you can have whatever you need from us. But in the future, whatever you need, I'm open to work with whatever you think I can help you with.
Yeah, and if at any point the councilors need any more information, whether it's in between regularly scheduled meetings, if there's anything I can do to answer questions, I'd be happy to.
Thank you. I know that Councilor Reyes, she usually do a neighborhood meeting, and every meeting we were together, she brought it up just for the, you know, for the constitution to know that we are working on something, because what they don't know is after we pass any item, it takes time. So nothing happens overnight. And whenever they say, well, we're going to have a new police station, they think that's going to happen tomorrow. So they don't know the process, but at least we are close to know when this is going to happen and how this is going to start. Pedro, you have a...
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that. I just wanted to add the selection committee. We do also want to extend an invitation to Brian DePina, Mayor Brian DePina, as well as representatives either from his office, engineering, DPW. We're entering a phase of the project that is really heavy in engineering, as well as facility management, along with our construction manager. These are things that we're going to need to figure out how is the building going to be managed, maintained. So just want to, for the record, they will be part of the process, and we look forward to including our mayor-elect in the process, or representative from his office.
Thank you.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you. So the motion is to send it with favor recommendation.
So move.
Motion has been made, properly seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. We do have a meeting the next Tuesday, which you need to be present just in case one of the councilors that are not present, they have any question, like I say, and I'm gonna just leave it at the record. I'm very familiar with the process. And any question, I know that I can reach out to you, and same here. I'm only a call away, and anything that you need from us, we're here for. Thank you. Can I get a motion to take document 258-21 out of order?
So move.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Document 258-21 is National Grid and Verizon intersection of Shovel Court and Madison Street. It has been put on the agenda by the Supervisor Design, David Johnson.
Good evening.
Good evening.
David Boucher, Senior Designer at National Grid, 1101 Turnpike Street in North Andover. We've been approached by the builders of a new home, a new residence on Shovel Court. They want electricity and utilities, and Shovel Court's a small dead end that's at the end of, off of Mason Street. And there's no utilities going down. It looks like there's garages and stuff like that, but there's no residents there until now. And in order to bring them electricity, what we're petitioning for is 2 new poles, as shown on the diagram that we provided, to be placed, and we can run our electricity on, and all the other utilities can hop on the poles too, to get cable TV and telephone to the home, the one home that's being built. That's pretty much it. Just two new pole locations with overhead wire on it in order to provide electricity and telephone, cable TV to the new home.
So what you say, it is no resident, it's a new home that is going to be there and just kind of provide the utility? Is that basically what is going to happen?
No resident will be there? I'm sorry, I didn't understand your question.
Is a new home?
It's a new home?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
It
So,
it didn't exist before. It was like an empty lot, and they built a brand-new home. It's almost done. I went by there today, or I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but took a look at it, and it's almost complete, and they need electricity and utilities, so.
and this is space to build more houses, or is only gonna be one?
I don't know.
I mean, not that you need to know that answer, but it's just kind of your perception. Is something that is gonna be in the future, is more space to build more houses?
I have no knowledge of that, and what we're here for isn't for that. It's just for the one home.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I don't have any question. Motion to send it with favor recommendation to order public hearing.
So move.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. So you know the rules. We're gonna order public hearing. That's gonna take a good 1 or 2 weeks. And then, our secretary is gonna notify you whenever you need to be present at our final, city council meeting.
Okay, sounds good. We'll look for the notification, and it might be me, it might be someone else, but we'll be here to present it again.
It's always gonna be you, I know that. Thank you.
I don't mind doing it. It's I can't say it's fun, but it's not really a burden.
But they always gonna pick you over someone else just because you know Lawrence.
I do know Lawrence a little bit, so it definitely helps my knowledge of working here and living here also years ago. So, yep.
Okay. Thank you. It's always nice to see
All
you.
right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we are gonna be going to the top of the agenda. So document 25421 is a handicap parking at 71 Elm Street. Has been put on the agenda by Adolfo Paulino. Can I get a motion to send document 25421 to Officer Cano and also to table the document?
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Doc 25521, four-way stop sign at corner of Exit Street and Winter Street has been put on the agenda by Councilor Rodriguez. Can I get a motion to send document 25121 to Officer Cano and also to table the item?
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Document 25621, alternative parking, Mechanic Street. It has been put on the agenda by Councilor Selena Reyes. Motion to send it to Officer Cano and to table the document.
So move.
Second, too much work.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Now that we have Officer Cano here, before I continue, I would like to ask this question. Officer Cano, alternator parking, you also want us to send it to the city engineer, or that's something that you can, also, right? So can I get a motion to take document 256 out of table? Just the purpose to make a motion to send it to the city engineer as well.
So move.
Second.
Has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Pat, document 250C, the motion is to send it to city engineer as well and table the document.
So move.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. So 250C is to city engineer, Officer Cano, and table. Document 25751, one-way Mechanic Street, north to south from Elm Street to Union Street, Councilor Selena Reyes. Motion to send it to Officer Cano, city engineer, and also to table.
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Document 26021, amend ordinance 12.12010, Felix Garcia, city engineer. Councilor, can we get a motion to send correspondent to the city engineer to be present to our next ordinance meeting and just to kind of explain a little bit more? I'm not familiar what he's looking to amend, and also to table the document.
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Pa- 23621, 1-hour parking at 275 Broadway. It has been put on the agenda by Mayor Kendrick's basket. Can I get a motion to send it to Officer Cano and also to table the item?
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Councilor, can I take document 237, 238, and 239 as a block to send it to Officer Cano and the city engineer? They all three is amend ordinance 10.36031 to include Willow Street to the winter alternator parking, Exchange to the winter alternator parking, Sunset Ave to add to the alternative parking. That have to go to DPW and also city engineer. I think this one, that has nothing to do with Officer Cano. So the motion is to send it to DPW and city engineer, but it is most likely DPW. And also, well, I don't think I need to table it because it's only to be added. So those three documents, 237, 330, 238, and 239, to send it with favor recommendation, and also pending that, to order public hearing pending the documentation to the city council, just to make sure that we got in those places that has been added in the winter bank parking.
So move.
Second.
Pat, the motion is to send it to DPW and also to order public hearing. Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. 237, 238, and 239? Yes. Okay. 240, 15-minute parking at 93 Saunders Street. And, okay, it has been put on the agenda by myself. Can I get a motion to send it to Officer Cano and also to table the document?
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? Aye. The ayes have it. 241, 21, 30-minute parking from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. 527 Broadway. It has been put on the agenda by Councilor Gonzalez and Officer Cano. Councilor Gonzalez, so is that your item, right?
Yes.
So can you tell us a little bit more about that, or Officer Cano is also here?
Yeah, he been, Mr. Cano is doing an excellent job. It's, people, they park all day, they leave the car there, that's his business. And the customer, they go to that business, they don't have nowhere to park. That way they can, the city give us some tickets and allow to everybody move around, not just to leave the car for all day in there.
Officer Cano? I know that you've been sitting so far down. I have
So,
the same, I have 242, which I'm gonna take it as a block, and you can tell us a little bit more, even though it's coming to you. Because you have 241, and 242 is 527 and 525. So can I get a motion to take document 241 and 242 as a block?
So move.
Second.
Okay. Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. You can speak in the, both documents.
so both documents are related to the same business owner. One is a boutique and the other one is a salon. And what's happening is that there's multiple businesses in that area on top of residential property that's being constructed. And what's happening is that a lot of the business, the residents, along with the businesses, are maintaining parking for an extended period of time, and they're having problems trying to situate their own customers. So one is a salon, the other one a boutique. One needs less time, so that's why it's 30 minutes. The salon needs a little bit more time, an hour, which I think it's reasonable. There's two different businesses next to each other by the same owner, which is kind of similar to what Carlos Cakes has. He has a bakery and then a flower shop, but it's contained in the same building. So what they're asking for is give some time for them to be able to have customers come in and out without having any inconveniences with the amount of vehicles that are parked in that area.
Okay, but is resident live in those buildings?
It's under construction, and some of them do.
So it's a
there's
mixed-use building?
Mixed-use building, right.
Okay. Can I get a motion to send document 241 and 242 to Officer Cano and also to table the document?
So move.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Can I get a motion to take to send document 243-21 handicap park and delete it at 41 East Haver Street to order a public hearing?
So move.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Document 248-21 is a flood insurance increase in Lawrence, Mass. Has been put on the agenda by Councilor Rodriguez. Can I get a motion to send correspond to Councilor Rodriguez to be present to our next ordinance meeting and also to table the document?
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it. 25021, no confidence vote on Superintendent Cynthia Parrish, Councilor Rodriguez, Councilor Payano, Councilor Levy, and Councilor Selena Reyes. Councilor Reyes, since you are the only one here, do you want me to table this document until further more information? Can I get a motion to table document 25021?
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have. Motion 25121, handicap parking at 322 M Street. Miguel Almanza and Councilor Gonzalez. Motion to send to Officer Cano and also to table document 25121.
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Okay, I have two items to take out of table. Can I get a motion to take document 13921 and 14021 out of table?
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Document 139, Officer Cano, 10-minute parking to replace to 15-minute parking at the intersection of Salem Street near to South Union Street, has been put in the agenda by Officer Cano and Councilor President LaPlante.
Yes, so this has to do with Light Ship Liquors, 94 South Union Street. This is on behalf of Councilor President Mark LaPlante. And the request is from the business owner to replace the 15-minute parking that's on that sign and just put 10 minutes to it as opposed to 15. That way it's consistent with the other two signs that are on South Union Street. And
But
I
did
did
he
them-
explain why he wants 10 instead of 15?
Well, he wanted to be consistent with what was already existing there from the other side, and he wanted to be able to have people go in and out quicker as opposed to hanging around for any reason or another. But that was it, nothing.
Okay. Motion to send it with favor recommendation to,
So I'm sorry, should I read the measurements, if it's okay? It's
yes,
going to be from the corner, southeast corner of South Union Street on Salem Street, traveling east to a point 20 feet, which will clear the intersection of 20 feet from any intersection. And from the southeast corner of South Union Street on Salem Street, traveling east to a point 40 feet. That'll give it one parking space, 10 minutes parking for any vehicle that parks there.
okay. Councilor, any question? No? Motion, send it with favor recommendation to order public hearing.
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it.
Is document number 9021.
Oh, it's no 140? 90, 21.
9021.
Hold on.
Nine zero. See, you took everything out of order, Council Chairperson. It was 90, then I was gonna go to 139, and then 140.
Okay, this document, I found my notes here. It has been sent to full council to order a public hearing.
So,
So I
There's-
don't have, I do not have this document down here. Since we don't have that document in front of us, we can't do anything because we send it up to full council and that document is not here. It's the
So-
full council to order public hearing.
may I?
Yeah.
I think I'll be able to explain what's
Yes,
going on.
yeah, please do so.
Yes, so, I'm trying to find it here myself, but Carlos Cakes, Mr. Alba, he has, two businesses at this location. He has one flower shop and the other one is pastry cake location. So the last time we met, it was for 113 South Union, for one of his businesses. This one is for the second business, which is at 109 South Union Street. So requesting for an additional parking space for the door in front of 109, which would be the bakery, I believe.
Yes, yes, now I remember about that document. I remember.
Originally, it was believed that there were two things going on. One was the sign that was already there that needed to be corrected. And then the second issue was correcting it and then making it proper so that the business has that parking space
Yeah,
for 113. So now, the request was for an additional.
yeah.
We thought it was one, but he wanted two.
Yeah, I remember the last time Councilor President was here, and you and him, you both were talking about the situation that he is constantly facing. But like I say, I remember that we ordered a public hearing pending your measurement. So that document, it should be all set. It
Okay.
should be ordered,
For 113, right?
for 109.
For 109.
I don't even have that document in my agenda. And I have a note that Teresa had left, public hearing ordered it on 10/5/21, city council meeting, all set. So that is why we couldn't find that in our agenda. So, but we have another document, 140.
Right, so 140, requesting to have it tabled.
Okay, so that answer, okay. Can I get a motion to table document 14021?
So move.
Second.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Do you have any other document?
Nope, I
No?
just wanted to make sure, so, as far as the documentation, do we still need a second one for 109, or is this for 109 and we need 113? No, everything's all set.
It should be all set. What I encourage you to do is tomorrow call our secretary and find out, if she has more information that she can pass it to you. But as far as I know, I do not have neither or those documents. It has been sent out to
Okay,
the
so
full
we probably-
council. It
okay.
should be all
I'll
set.
confirm with her.
From your end,
Yep.
however, check with her.
Okay,
Because I know that we been holding so many public hearing.
yes.
So, and I don't know, I know that you've been asking this question to me, which is really hard for me to keep track what has been sent out, what we had been receiving, just because we are in the process just with a new city clerk, that she was getting familiar with the process, so check with her.
Okay, and for 140, I just want to make for the record, that's next meeting, that should be all set and ready to go. I've had, it should be corrected and ready.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I don't have any other document for you that we need to pull out. Oh, I do going to send one to you that if you can, please rush this one. Can I get a motion? Let me get that document first to make sure. Hold on. Okay. Can I get a motion to send to take document 18521 out of table?
So move.
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor? The ayes have it. Document 18521, one-way Albion Street. Officer,
Yes.
could you please, I would like to send this document pending your recommendation. And also, I'm gonna be sending that one down to the city engineer. Can you make sure that we get those measurements for our next, city council meeting? Not the one on Tuesday, but the one after. So what I'm gonna be doing is just to send it to order public hearing pending your recommendation and the traffic study from the city engineer. Okay? It's gonna be 185. Motion is to send it with favor recommendation to order a public hearing pending the traffic study from the city engineer and recommendation from Officer Cano.
So move.
Second?
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Okay, Counselor, I'm not gonna ask you to take anything out of table, only because you know that we're gonna be working just to kind of clean our agenda, but since we have so many stuck for public hearing, I don't want to continue sending stuff down, okay? So motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second?
Motion has been made, properly second. All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it.